Hello, good afternoon, everyone. I am back with another question for ISI PE. This is a difficult one. Let us slowly look at this question. It says solve the following, and you are given 2x in greatest integer form minus 2x is equal to x plus 1 in greatest integer form. Pause your screen for a second. Try to do it yourself first, then we will do it together. Now, one property of greatest integer is that if you take any number generally, you can break it in two forms. One will be its greatest integer part and the other will be its fractional part. So if I want to go ahead and I want to write 2x, then I can rewrite 2x as the greatest integer part of 2x plus the fractional part of 2x. This is very, very important property. So what we have done is we have gone ahead and we have split this 2x in two parts, greatest integer of 2x plus fractional part of 2x. Okay. Now when I open up this bracket, what will happen? I will get greatest integer of 2x from here minus greatest integer of 2x from here minus fractional part of 2x is equal to x plus 1. Okay. Now the greatest integer and greatest integer will get cancelled out. So you will be left up with minus fractional part of 2x will be equal to the greatest integer of x plus 1. Now just think about this. 2x is a fraction. If it is fraction, then 2x has to be between 0 and 1. If 2x is between 0 and 1, then minus 2x will be between minus 1 to 0. Minus 1 will not be included. 1 is not included. It is a fraction. So then 2x is between 0 to 1. It means that minus 2x will be between minus 1 to 0. This is clear to us? Now, if I look at the right hand side, this is greatest integer. It has to be an integer. So x plus 1 greatest integer is an integer. It means the value that you will get will be minus 1, 0, 1, 2, etc. You will get an integer there. But minus 2x is equal to x plus 1 greatest integer. That means the left hand side minus 2x must also be an integer. So what we have got is that this part is equal to this and this can only be integer. So therefore minus 2x can also only be an integer. Now the only possible value that it can take if it is an integer will be 0. Because minus 2x is between minus 1 to 0. That means minus 1 is not included. That means it can be minus 0.99, minus 0.98, so on till 0. But I want the answer to be integer because it is equal to an integer. So the only integer I get here is 0. So the possible value that minus 2x takes is 0. But minus 2x is equal to x plus 1, greatest integer. So we have got that 0 is equal to x plus 1 greatest integer. Is this clear? Now, if x plus 1 is equal to 0, it means that this x plus 1 must be between 0 to 1, 1 not included. Just think about this. If x plus 1 is 0, then x plus 1 must be between 0 to 1. It means that my x must be between minus 1 to 0, right? Just take any value and check. If my x is minus 0.99, then minus 0.99 plus 1 will be 0.01, right? So its greatest integer will be 0. I'm getting the answer as 0. If my x is minus 1, then I will get minus 1 plus 1. This will also be 0. So you put anything in x between minus 1 to 0, you will get the answer as 0. So x lies between minus 1 to 1. Now, just one last thing is left. I want that x plus 1 should be an integer. This is what greatest integer means. If I want x plus 1 to be an integer, then I cannot take all values of x between minus 1 to 0, right? I can only take some values of x. Now, in order to go ahead and take that back, let us go back to the equation. So if I can only take integer values, it means that so this is an integer. Okay. This is also an integer. I'm getting the result as an integer. So integer minus integer can be integer, right? So I want that this should also be, this is an integer, I know. This is an integer, I know. So I know that this should also be an integer. So I want 2x to be an integer. Integer between what? Integer between -1 to 0. So if I want 2x to be an integer, then my x must take the value -half, because 2 into -half will be -1. So my x will be minus in that area. So I will get that my x can be -1. Or I can have my -half. Or I can have my x as -1. So when I put my x as -1, you can just verify it again here. So when I put my x as -1, I will get 2 into -1 greatest integer minus 2 into -1. So I will get -2 greatest integer minus -2 plus 2. That will be -2 plus 2. That will be 0. And if I put the same value here, I will get -1 plus 1, which will be 0 greatest integer 0. So which means that these two values, x at -1 and x at -half, will satisfy my equation. I cannot go ahead and I cannot take x as 0 because my 0 is not included here. So I cannot have my value of x at 0. So the only two values that my x can take can be either -half or -1. And these two equations within this will fetch me integer also, which is required. So the correct answer to this question is A. It's a tricky one, but it is an excellent question to practice. Okay, thank you. We'll meet in the next class.